Welcome back to American Legion Baseball right here on Saunders County Online. You can watch it on YouTube or actually listen to it on SaundersCountyOnline.com. I'm Kelly Johnson with you. Third string for baseball. Austin McNorton will be back next time bringing you the call of game for the Wahoo State Bank Reds. As tonight, however, we'll be able to bring you the call of game as they are facing off against the Ashland Blue Jays. And the game's time is starting just a little late. The previous game, the Blues were a little bit long, but not able to pull it off as the Ashland Jays were able to go ahead and win 11-3. Bottom of the seventh inning, they struck out. So now let's go ahead and just kind of jump in and start off with the starting lineups, and we will go over here with the Blue Jays. Starting off at bat will be Cody Pluta. Cody Pluta will also be shortstop. Also, then we have in lineup Stalton Corey, who is the pitcher. Next would be Gabe Mayer. Gabe Mayer is out in right field. Landon Novotny, who is in third base. Jacob Judas is going to be center fielder. Emmerich Hedgewood is going to be at first base. Bowen Voigt. Actually, Hedgewood is at second base. Voigt is at first base. Cordell Kelly is going to be at left field, and Cale Smith is a designated hitter. Then wrapping up the lineup with Matthew McConnell as the catcher. Stepping out on the field, we have the Wahoo Bishop Neumann Wahoo State Bank Reds in their blue uniforms tonight. And pitching is going to be Johnston. Eli Johnston stepping on the mound, starting things off today. Going to be pitching to Max Sledge, catcher. Then going over to first base, we have Isaiah Nagel. Second base will be Jesse Stebbing. Shortstop is Connor Sabatka. And heading over to third base is Cody Hesser. Outer right field for the Reds will be Alex Borchers. Sam Markson, center field. And wrapping things up with Joe Osmera out in left field. Well, we have a beautiful evening for some baseball right here at Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Lights are on. The sun is setting. And getting out into that center field and left field, if you can see on the video. It's going to be a challenge here for a little bit because they're going to be hit right into the sunlight. So that's going to be a challenge for those. It looks like anybody at bat is going to try to aim for those areas just to be able to see if they can sneak one through. A little bit of a breeze, and right now about 74 degrees. So, again, absolutely stunning evening for baseball. Well, thank you for joining us on Saunders County Online on YouTube and SaundersCountyOnline.com. Again, I'm Kelly Johnson. I'm going to be bringing you the call of game. We're going to say thank you to sponsors that have been a part of all of our broadcasts. As we continue on, we're going to say thank you to the Dollar General Distribution Center. Medicine Man Pharmacy, been a proud sponsor of ours for the past couple of years as we have brought you some of the tournaments from right here at Sam Crawford Field. Also, Rivalry. Don't forget, right now is a great time for you to be able to order all of your custom apparel, your uniforms, and get ready for the next season. Rivalry, they're your biggest fan. And the sponsors of the Reds, Wahoo State Bank. So we'll hear from them as we continue on through here. All right, looks like we're ready for some baseball. Stepping into the batter's box, Cody Pluta is stepping right in. And so Eli Johnston looking, and here's the first pitch. Swung on and a miss. Really nice fastball, just heading right in there. Now, Eli, the last time we were at home, Eli stepped up at the batter's box at the end of the game, was able to pull off a really good finish. Comes a windup, and that pitch comes just low and outside. So we have a 1-1 count to Pluta right here, and wind-up is on the way, and the pitch, and that one is just a hair high. 2-1 is the count. The wind-up, the pitch comes in, and that one is just across the plate at the knees. Evens the count, 2. Wind up and swing, and that wraps up Pluta. So that is out number 1. That brings Staten Corey, pitcher for the Blue Jays. Wind up, and the pitch comes in. That is a little bit outside. Pitcher versus pitcher, always an interesting battle to watch. Now we have a left-handed pitcher versus a right-handed batting pitcher. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on and fouled back off the first base side behind the crowd. Brings it 1-1. Getting set in. Here comes the windup and the pitch on the way. Chopped that one down third baseline, but it ends up going foul, so that is a 1-2 count. Now, these teams battle pretty good at high school levels, so we're going to see how that plays out on the field here. Sledge taking a moment, getting the call straight. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that is strike out right there. So, starting out really strong. Eli Johnston making sure that the Blue Jays know he is pitching for good. So that brings up Gabe Meyer. Gabe is going to be out at right field. Nobody on base, 2 outs. Swing out there is stretched as that was a little bit across on the outside of the plate. Kind of reaching for that one, so Eli Johnston kind of seeing what's happening there. Looking in, here comes the windup and the pitch on the way. Swing, and that is strike number 2. Eli is able to put that exactly where he wants it to make Mayer go right after that. The windup and the pitch on the way. Fouls that back, keeps the count 0-2. So he's staying alive with that foul back to the backstop. Two outs, 0-2. Third batter, so we have had 2 strikeouts already. And that is going down swinging. So 3 up, 3 down. And that is 3 strikeouts for Eli Johnston. We're going to be back with the bottom of the first inning as the Reds take on the Blue Jays right here on Saunders County Online.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Beautiful Tuesday night. I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. Again, take a little time to say thank you to those who serve and gave all. That's if you missed the ceremony, you can certainly go to our channel, Saunders County Online, and our Facebook page to be able to watch the sunrise service from yesterday. Well, Ashland is in the outfield, and we have Corey at the pitching mound, McConnell behind home plate, Voigt at first, Hedgewood second, Pluta shortstop, Novotny is on third base, Mayers at right field, Judas center field, and Kelly out at left field. Well, they're going to face off against a fairly similar lineup, starting off as Connor Sabatka, shortstop for the Reds. As we go into the bottom of the first inning, 0-0. Comes a wind up, and the pitch on the way. Swung on, popped that one to left field, and it is coming in. Kelly was able to wheel in underneath that for out number one. Again, looking into the sun a little bit, he had to kind of maneuver around, but he was able to get underneath it and get the glove in, and that is out one. Now we have Sam Markson stepping in, center fielder for the Reds. First pitch comes in, that goes low and outside. Wind up and the pitch on the way, swing. Brings count even, 1-1 with one out, nobody on base. Bottom of the first inning. Big rivalry between Wahoo, Bishop, Newman, and Ashland always. Windup comes in, and that is right at the numbers on the outside of the plate. So we have 1-2 going to Sam Markson. Comes the pitch, pops and fouls that one off into the parking lot to the right-hand side. Keeping the count even, 1-2.
Remember, kids, any balls that leave the playing field are treat balls. Grab them, take them back to the concession stand. They'll trade them in for a treat for you.
Sam Markson stepping back into the batter's box. Corey with a windup and the pitch on the way. That is right at the bottom of the knees for a strike, and then he was tagged out. So. And then that comes in with Wahoo's pitcher, Eli Johnston, stepping into the batter's box. Left-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Two outs, bottom of the first, wind up, pitch on the way, and that one drops right in there for strike one. Nod in the head for the agreement on the count. Throw comes in, goes high. Evens count, 1-1 with two outs. Nobody on base. Going to see a pitching battle here, I believe. Swung on miss, strike two. So we have a 1-2. Corey is getting ready to wind up, the pitch coming in, swing, and that is strike number 3. Well, that's just like the top of the inning. That's 3 ups, 3 down, no hits, no runs, no errors, and then that wraps up first inning. So we will come back as we get ready for the second inning right here on Saunders County Online on YouTube and SaundersCountyOnline.com.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Top of the second inning as we have the Ashland Blue Jays coming to visit against the Wahoo State Bank Reds. First inning was basically just all about the pitching as Eli Johnston struck out the first batters, and so next in the lineup for the Blue Jays would be Landon Novotny, and Jacob Judas and Emmerich Hedgewood will be coming up. So, but on both teams, for example, the Connor Sabatka pop fly out, and then Sam Markson struck out, and Eli Johnston struck out for the Reds. Here comes that first pitch, and that gets popped up into the parking lot behind us and did not hit a car. I'm sure insurance companies are happy about that. So foul back, so here comes the 0-1. Fouled straight back into the backstop. So Eli Johnson throwing it right exactly where Novotny would like to be able to get that, but not able to get it to go the right direction, so it's 0-2. Weinby comes in, pops up, and sends that out to center field, and it drops in right before Markson. Markson charges, grabs the ball, but not without Novotny being able to get right there to first base. So the first runner to be on base for either team, top of the second inning. So that brings in Jacob Judas for Ashland, a right-hander, against lefty Johnson. Showing bunt right away, and that pops foul against the back fence. So Ashland with the hit. Bunt shows bump. That gets popped up, and that is caught by Johnston, who charges in. So that is the first out, leaving Novotny on first base. Now that brings up Emmerich Hedgewood, first base player for the Blue Jays. Pitch comes in, and that is right across the inside of the plate. So that was 0-1 with one out. Runner on first. Eli Johnson acknowledging the pitch. Throwing over to first. Novotny was able to get back on the bag. Yeah, so as we see, here comes the throw in. Goes a little high and outside, so that evens up 1-1. Eli Johnson with a direct view of first base, keeping Novotny at bay. Pitch gone the way, and that is high and outside. 2-1 coming up. One out, runner on first for Ashland. Hedgewood at bat. Pitch comes in and goes right on the outside of the plate for strike two. Evens the count 2-2 with one out. Sun is set so everybody can kind of see just under the lights here tonight. Beautiful evening again. Pitch on the way. Swung on and popped right over the head and caught. That was a diving catch by Stebbing. And then the throw over to first. And so that, again, that was a double play right there, and we're able to throw over to first. Held on to the ball. So what happened was, Novotny kind of wondering what happened. He stepped off of first base, but the outfield umpire said that was a caught out right away. So once that happened, the throw over to first was able to get that the double play for the final out. Well, that wraps up the top of the second inning. We'll be back with more American Legion baseball right here on BSDN Live, Saunders County Online, Saunders County YouTube.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. It is Wahoo State Bank Reds baseball versus the Ashland Blue Jays. I'm Kelly Johnson with you. We're at the bottom of the second inning. The first inning, we saw Connor Sabatka pop out, Sam Markson strike out, and Eli Johnson strike out. Now we have Isaiah Nagel at bat. First ball goes high, ball one. If Nagel's not playing right away, he's usually the designated hitter. Second pitch goes foul back. Brings a 1-1. Corey on the way, pops straight up and heading up to second base. Has Hedgewood kind of rolls off to the right and gets underneath it for an easy out. Cody Hesser now stepping into the box. Cody is the third base player for the Blue Jays. One out. Pitch goes on the outside. Ball one. All right, the second goes outside, so 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Swung on, and that one's pop foul straight into the background. So that brings up a 2-1 with 1 out. Nobody on base. Corey staring down. Here comes the windup. The pitch on the way. And that is just a little too high. So that brings up 3-1. Corey looking in, not in agreement. And here comes the pitch. Swung on, pop back foul. That brings the count full. One thing about American Legion baseball, I love the tradition of what we have here. Those pop-up fouls that go out, the little kids, they can chase after them, take them out to the concession stand for a treat. I love that. Here comes up the windup and the pitch on the way, and that is on the outside. Hesser thinking that was a ball, but called strike. So that is out number 2. Now that brings in Jesse Stebbing. Second baseman for that ball comes in. 1 ball, no strikes. The windup on the way. Pitch popped up, and that is going to be shortstop's running in. So Pluta runs in underneath that right in front of second base for another pop out. 3 up, 3 down, just as we continue on. So that is 2 innings with no runs. 1 hit has been completed by the Ashland Blue Jays, but that and no errors. So we'll be back with more American Legion baseball right here on Saunders County Online YouTube, SaundersCountyOnline.com.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Welcome to the top of the 3rd inning at Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. It's Saunders County Online, YouTube, and SaundersCountyOnline.com. Our coverage of the Wahoo State Bank Reds as they take on the Ashland Blue Jays. We're going into the top of the 3rd inning, and so far it has just been a offensive or a defensive game, as really both sides have been able to just get 3 out and 3 out. That brings up for the Blue Jays 7th in the batting lineup, Bowen Voigt. Johnston looking in to Sledge, getting the count, and a pitch on the way, and that is high inside. But that actually hits the bat, so it goes foul. So that is called a strike as it hit the bat and came foul. Wind up, the pitch comes in, and that is across the outside of the plate, just a little too far outside. Evens the count 1-1. Breeze is switching around here a little bit. See if that affects anything. The wind up, the pitch comes in, and that stays low. That's 2-1. It's the count. No outs. Bowen Voigt leading off the top of the 3rd inning. 0-0 is the score. That pitch goes right across the edge of the plate on the outside at the knees. 2-2. So the count evens up. Line by Johnston on the way, and that one drops low. So that brings the count full. Full to Vogt, and this looks like it's going to be an entertaining game. Again, it is really about the defense has been going on. Fouls that one off down the 3rd base line. Gets a good hit on it, but it just goes outside the base. Count stays 3-2. Johnston looking. Here comes the full count. Swung on and popped that foul. Voigt is staying alive right there, being able to make sure that getting that pitch count up is kind of what Voigt is doing. Wind up the pitch, and that is in the dirt. Just not able to get a good grip on that one, and the release is off. So that puts Bowen Voigt on first base for the Blue Jays. No outs. Now we have Cordell Kelly. Cale Smith on deck, but Cordell Kelly, the left fielder for the Blue Jays. And they're calling a balk, or they're intentionally walking. So Cordell Kelly, they move to first base, so that advances Voigt to second. No outs, and now we have Cale Smith, designated hitter. Checking the runners. Bunt, and that goes right out to Johnson, who throws over to third. So from Johnson to Hesser, that gets one out. So we have one out, runners on first and second, and that comes back to the top of the order, Cody Pluta, the shortstop. Johnson with a good move to be able to come and field that bunt and send it over to third base for that out. Pitch on the way, and that is low inside. Ball one. Checking the runners at second and first. Stretch on, here comes the throw, and that is on the outside. 2-0 is the count to Cody Pluta. So top of the third inning with 0-0. 2-0 on the way. Pops that foul off to the right-hand side. Brings the count 2-1. One out, runners on first and second for Ashland Blue Jays. Eli staring down to Sledge. Checking runners at second, at first, checking a second again. Wind up, and the pitch on the way, and that gets away. Sledge was able to get after it pretty quick, so it didn't get too far. Nobody was able to advance, but that does bring the count 3-1 with one out. Kind of if you look at the infield here, there's a pretty large lip of the grass right around home plate, and that really kind of kept the ball from going too far. Pitch on the way, swung on, and that's popped out of the center field. Markson checking out, and he steps underneath it and is able to reel that one in. So that is out number 2, leaving runners on first and second for Ashland Greenwood. And that does bring up Staulton Corey for the pitcher for the Blue Jays. First inning, he struck out against Eli Johnston. Stretch on the way, and that is fired out. Hit picked up by Stebbing, throw it over to Nagel in time for out number 3. That wraps up the third inning, or the top of the third inning. No hits, no runs, no errors. And so now we will be coming back for the bottom of the third inning as Wahoo State Bank Reds take on Ashland Blue Jays right here on Saunders County Online and SaundersCountyOnline.com YouTube.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Welcome back as we're at Sam Crawford Field on this Tuesday night. It's American Legion Baseball on Saunders County Online YouTube and SaundersCountyOnline.com. Well, we have a tied game 0-0. Really, it has been a battle of the defenses that have kept this game under control. And so we have coming into the bottom of the third inning, starting off with Alex Borchers. Corey's windup and pitch comes in right at the knees for strike one. Borchers just watched that one go by. I thought it was a little low, but wind up and the pitch comes in, and that is low. So evens the count 1-1. Corey's nodding from McConnell and comes in and hits Alex Borchers. That brings up Max Sledge, catcher for the Reds, as we now have Borchers on first base, no outs, bottom of the third inning. Corey with a stretch and showing bunt. Could have pulled back on that one, but he let that went after that, but fouled back. So we have an 0-1 count. He really had to kind of stretch if you watch that on film to go after that one. Checking the runner at first. Wind up the pitch and goes bunts again and gets fouled back. Coming up with an 0-2. Yep. Sledge is heading over to Nick Milliken, being able to talk about what they're dealing with right now. What he's seeing and how it's coming through. So right now we're at the bottom of the third inning, tied 0-0. There's only been one hit so far. Ashland had that in the second inning. But with a double play, Wahoo was able to eliminate that. Now we have a runner on first, 0-2 count to Max Sledge. Corey with a steps off the bag and looks to throw to first, but Borchers pretty much already back at first base, so no throw. Here comes the 0-2, and that is low. 1-2 is the count now to Sledge. Checking first. Corey's checking first and nods. Throw in, and that is right at the knees. Strike three. So Joe Osmera is coming up from left field, stepping into the batter's box. 1 out. Runner at first. Corey's getting set. Pitch on the way. Off speed. It drops right in there for a strike one. Starting to show a variety of pitches coming in. Corey with a pitch on the way. Low and outside. 1-1. So on deck we have Connor Sabatka for the shortstop, top of the order. Throw over to first, but not on time as Borchers was able to get back. Set in, wind up pitch, and that comes in high inside. Bo kind of having to sit back on the ground to get away from that one. So 2-1 as he pulled back and had to kind of sit on the ground to avoid getting hit. But that does advance Borchers to second base. 1 out, 2-1. Runner on second. Checking a runner at second. Corey throws in, and that is strike two. Evens the count 2-2 with 1 out. Corey checking out second base. Looking in. Pitch on the way. Hit, and that's going straight out to center field, and right underneath Judas was able to kind of fade to the left a bit and get underneath that for out number 2. At the top of the lineup, we have Connor Sabatka, shortstop, stepping in. Borchers still at second base for Wahoo Reds. Corey with a windup. Checking the runner at second. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Here's the 0-1. Corey in stance. Throw on the way, and that goes high. Evens the count 1-1. We're at the bottom of the third inning. Tied game 0-0. Wahoo Reds facing the Ashland Blue Jays. Checking second base. Corey is looking and throws in. And that is popped foul. That brings up 1-2 with 2 outs, bottom of the third. Sabatka stepping back into the batter's box. Pulling back. Corey checking out second base. Wind up the pitch and goes high outside. It evens the count 2-2. We have 2 outs, runner on second. No score so far this game. Sabatka looking to keep it alive if he is able to. Sam Markson at bat. Pitch on the way, and swing and a miss. That is Strike three. Well, that is the third inning is wrapped up with that strikeout. No hits, no errors, no scores. A runner left on second. We'll be back with more American Legion baseball right here on SaundersCountyOnline.com and Saunders County Online YouTube.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Going to the top of the fourth inning as we have a tied game, 0-0. Again, just looking at it as a very much a defensive game. Pitch from Johnson comes in, fouls back from Stalton Corey. Comes the Johnson. Time is called. Corey stepping back into the batter's box. Wind up the pitch on the way, and that goes high outside. 1-1 is the count. Leadoff batter for the fourth inning. Stalton Corey, the pitcher for the Ashland Blue Jays. Wind up, pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and that is 1-2. Again, this has been the story of this entire game. Pitching has been huge as we've seen a lot of strikeouts. Both teams just battling away between Eli Johnson and Stalton Corey. Wind up and the pitch on the way. Swings and pops that one into the lights behind us. Keeps the count 1-2. If you're not able to be here, come on out to American Legion ball games. It's always fun. Bring the kids. Let them chase after those foul balls because they can take them in, get a snack. Pitch comes in and then sends that down the third base line, keeping it as foul, but keeping the count 1-2. So now we have the true battle between the pitchers as Eli Johnson's pitching to Stalton Corey, the pitcher for the Blue Jays. 1-2 count on the way. Swing and that is it. That is a strikeout. So far, Corey has struck out both times he's been at bat. Nat brings up Gabe Mayer, right fielder for the Blue Jays. Oh, wait. Actually, it looks like that is Landon Novotny comes in, swing, and not able to connect. Jacob Judas coming up after that. 1 out, 0-1, swing and strike number 2. Wind up, the pitch on the way. Swing and foul that back. Keeps the count 0-2 to Novotny. Novotny in the batter box. Eli with a throw coming in, and that is close, but just outside. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on base. Top of the 4th inning as we have American Legion Baseball under the lights. Pitch comes in, and that is hit straight back to Eli Johnson. Throw over is in time. After bobbling that around and trying to figure out where the ball was, he was able to grab that and send that over to Nagel for the out. Jacob Judas coming up to bat. Quite an acrobatic. Wind up, the pitch on the way, swing and pop that foul. To call that strike. 0-1 with 2 outs, nobody on base. Wind up, pitch on the way. And that was on the inside of the plate. Strike 2. Hedgewood is on deck, but we have an 0-2 count with 2 out. A pitch on the way. Pop foul, keeping it alive, but 0-2 is still the count. Nice crowd out here on a Tuesday night. Pitch on the way, popped. That one is down the first base side, but foul and goes out of play. Keeps the count 0-2 with 2 outs, nobody on base. Jacob Judas stepping back in the batter's box. Eli Johnston with the windup, pitch on the way. Swung and that gets popped out to center field, and it drops in just behind second base. Markson running in, not able to get there in time. So that takes Judas to first base. So that is the second hit of the game. And that brings up Hedgewood. Eli checking first base. Stretch, throw on the way, and that hits him. That hits Hedgewood on the so that sends Jacob Judas to second base. Hedgewood goes to first, and now we have Voigt at bat. Pitch on the way. Check swing. Gets away from him, and so that advances both runners. Is that a pass through? One ball, no strikes. 2 out. Runners now on second and third. Pitch on the way. On the outside edge at the knees, strike one. So we have a 1-1 with 2 outs. Runners on second and third for the Blue Jays. Pitch on the way, swing and strike. 1-2. Comes the 1-2 to vote. Pitch on the way, swung on, and then bats gets popped foul down the third base side, keeping the count 1-2. Now Wahoo's been at this position a couple of times. Pitch on the way, swing and foul back, keeping alive 1-2. Because they've been at the 2 strikes with 2 outs a couple of times so far. Just not able to get pulled to the trigger on that final one now as we have runners on second and third. Johnston looking in. Pitch goes inside. Evens out 2-2. Wind up the pitch, comes in, and that is strike number 3. So that wraps up the top of the 4th inning with 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and leaving runners on second and third. Well, with that, we will come to the bottom of the 4th inning right after this on SaundersCountyOnline.com and Saunders County Online YouTube.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field under the lights on a Tuesday night. It's American Legion Baseball as the Wahoo State Bank Reds take on the Ashland Blue Jays right here on Saunders County Online and Saunders County YouTube. I want to say thank you to our sponsors. Sam Markson stepping into the batter's box. Swing and miss. His first at-bat was a strikeout as well. But we'll see where he goes from here. That pitch goes low and outside. He did not chase that. For now we have a 1-1. Now it's a battle of the defense so far. That pitch comes in, drops in across the plate. So we have a 1-2 count to Sam Markson. 0-0 is the score. Ashland is threatened a couple of times. Sam with a swing and pops that one and lands right inside the first base line. It goes almost all the way out. And with a stand-up double, Sam Markson with a great hit right there. Lead-off double. Sam Markson with the first hit for the Warriors. Puts him on second base, and that brings up Eli Johnston, pitcher. The first time he was at bat, which was in the first inning, it was a strikeout. So that tells you exactly how this game has been going. Nobody out, runner on second, so Markson on second. Johnston at bat. Corey checking second base. turns and throws out. Markson able to get back on the bag. Corey looking to the coaches. Now to McConnell. Checks out runner on second. Wind up pitch. Swing, and Johnston misses. 0-1 is the count now. No outs, runner on second. Bottom of the fourth inning with a tied game of zeros. I think this game's going to come down to who gets past. Showing bunt and bunting that down the third baseline with a run and able to get over. So Novotny was able to send over to Voigt in time, but that does send Markson to third base. So Johnson with a sacrifice bunt. But he almost outran that one. He was moving, but now we have Isaiah Nagel. A pitch on the way, and that goes high inside. Nagel with a pop out the first time he was up. Again, that was high and inside for 2 balls. 2-0 with a count, 1 out, runner on third. Pitch on the way, swing, and a miss. So that brings up the first strike. 2-1, 1 out. Isaiah Nagel in the batter's box. Cody Hesser in the warm-up box. So 3-1 with that pitch going high. Corey checking his wrist. Throw on the way, swung and popped down to left side, left field. Getting underneath it and able to make the catch. Markson tagging in is able to outrun it. So there we go. A sacrifice hit by Nagel was able to bring Markson went back and he tagged, so that was they was threw out to third, but what's that? Yeah. So that brings up Cody Hesser. 1 out, or 2 outs actually, should be. There we go. Pitch on the way, and that goes high inside. 1-0 with 2 outs, nobody on base. Wahoo with the lead, 1-0. Hesser with a swing and a miss. 1-1. Pitch comes in, goes on the low side, but that is called strike. I guess I don't have the angle that that guy does, but 1-2 coming into Hesser. Jesse Stebbing in the batter's box, or in the on deck. Comes a pitch to Hesser, and that is called strike 3 at the knees for the out. But not without having a hit and a run to come in. Markson was able to be sacrificed all the way around for now the lead. Wahoo State Bank Reds 1, Ashland Blue Jays 0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning right after this on Saunders County Online and Saunders County Online YouTube.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Beautiful evening for American Legion baseball. Well, we have a pitching change as on the mound now is Jesse Stebbing. And I believe that puts Eli Johnston over to first base. I believe they just trade places. Wind up and the pitch comes in, and that is on the inside for strike one. So that is Kelly stepping in the batter's box for the Blue Jays. Swung on a miss, 0-2. Pitch goes in, and that off-speed pitch just drops in for strike number 3. So that brings one out. Cale Smith, designated hitter for Ashland Blue Jays. Pitch on the way. Inside for ball one. Pitch comes in and goes low. 2-0 is the count coming in to Smith. Pluta on deck. Wahoo Reds leading 1-0, and that pitch comes in, and that strikes Smith. So that puts a runner on first. So Cole Smith So now we have Cody Pluta stepping into the batter's box against Stebbing. Pitch on the way, and that is right there for a strike. Fastball comes in. For the Blue Jays, Smith is on first, taking a small lead. Throw over to first, not in time. Throw back over to Pluta, and that is not in time. Smith having to stretch out to be able to make sure he held onto that bag. Stebbing looking in. Checks runner at first. Wind up. Pitch on the way and popped up out on the first base side and caught. in foul territory. So that is out number 2 as Johnston runs that one down in foul territory. That brings up Stalton Corey. All right, so as that pitch comes in, Smith takes off and is able to wheel over to second base. Pass by pitch there.
Really not a bad move. So if he gets thrown out, then you got your 2, 3, and 4 hitters up next inning. So Corey can put himself on even terms if he can deliver here.
Corey stepping back into the batter's box. Stepping, looking down. Checking the runner at second. Wind up the pitch. Popped foul down the first base line, and Eli Johnston trying to repeat what happened the last one, but not able to get there in time. So we have a 1-1 with 2 outs. Runner on second. Top of the 5th inning. Wahoo State Bank Reds leading Ashland Blue Jays 1-0. Checking runner at second. Wind up the pitch, and that is a hit by pitch. Second runner hit. So now that puts the runners with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Gabe Mayer stepping into the batter's box. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Gabe Mayer in the batter's box. Ashland Blue Jays looking to do something to be able to make up for the run that Wahoo was able to get. Pitch comes in and fouls that down into the parking lot behind first base. Stebbing has hit 2 players for walks, and they're on base right now. Pitch comes in, pops up, and that's above the lights and goes foul. So 0-2. Once I got above the lights, I was not sure where that went. I was just hoping it didn't come down where I was. 2 outs, runners on first and second for Ashland Blue Jays. Stebbing looking in. Mayer waiting, and pitch and swing and miss, and that is strike number 3. So that wraps up the top of the 5th inning with no hits, no runs, no errors, and runners left on first and second at the as we have 4.5 complete. We have a 1-0 game where the Wahoo State Bank Reds lead the way over Ashland Blue Jays 1-0 on Saunders County Online and SaundersCountyOnline.com YouTube.
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC. If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. It's American Legion baseball. We're going to the bottom of the fifth inning. Leadoff batter for the Wahoo State Bank Reds, Jesse Stebbing. Pitch comes in and shows bunt. Goes over to third and not able to be handled by Novotny. Stebbing looks like as he went over to third, he was running to beat it, and I believe he tripped and went down at first base. Coach Milliken heading over to check to make sure he's okay. So now the Warriors have 2 hits on the books and a runner on first, no outs. And they lead 1-0. Bottom of the fifth inning right here at Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. An absolutely stunning evening. Nice little breeze. Temps right at about 70-degree mark. Stebbing getting up and looks like he's getting ready to. He's coming in, so we might have a courtesy runner for him. He's holding that left arm. So running for Stebbing, we're going to see Alex Berry is coming out as he is running for Stebbing. Alex Borchers stepping up to the batter's box. No outs. Runner on first. Throw over to first. Not in time. So Corey over to Vaught and keeping Berry at bay. Yes, I meant to say it that way. Corey set, pitch on the way, and that is a fastball for a strike. 0-1 coming in to Alex Borchers. Corey checking first. Set, pitch on the way on the outside of the edge of the plate for a strike 2. Borchers stepping back into the batter's box. Corey throws over to first, keeping Berry back. Corey getting set. Checking first. Wind up. Pitch on the way, and that is low for a ball. 1-2. No outs. Runner on first. Bottom of the fifth inning. Wahoo Reds ahead over Ashland Blue Jays 1-0. Pitch on the way. Hits the ground, and strike 3 is being called on that one. So that retires Alex Borchers for this round. Max Sledge stepping in to the batter's box. Corey now staring in, checking in first base. Barry not much of a lead at first. Pitch comes in, swing, and fouls that back. Barry takes off, gets over to second base, and that's considered a pass ball. 0-1 to Sledge. Barry's on second base for Wahoo Reds. Checking his batter, it's the runner at second. Throw in. High for a ball one. 1-1 is the count with one out. Bottom of the fifth inning. Comes the windup. Pitch on the way. And that is chopped down the first base line, but goes foul.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Sledge. He waited a while to make that call because they can't hit the outer lip and kick back fair.
So yeah, so as we were waiting, so that just rolled down the first base line, stayed in the dirt, and stayed foul. That's a 1-2 as Corey's looking into Max Sledge. Checks runner at second. Barry with a lead, and the throw comes in, goes outside, evens up the count, 2-2. Wind's coming out of the northeast a little bit. Slight breeze, probably about 5 to 7 8 miles an hour. Pitch on the way, and that one floats high. That brings a full count to Max Sledge. Corey didn't like that call. Shook it off, shook that one off. Looking for that. Pitch on the way, swung on, and that goes out to shortstop. Throw over to first is in time for out number 2. So Pluto able to connect with Vaught over there to be able to have Max Sledge out, but that does take Alex Berry, who's running for Jesse Stebbing. So that brings up Joe Osmera. Pitch comes in, and that is called strike. We have an 0-1 to Osmera with Alex Berry at third base, looking to come in and double the score. That pitch comes in, and Osmera watched that go by as a strike. So 0-2. Comes the windup. Settling in. Pitch on the way. That is at the knees for strike 3. So that's 8 strikeouts so far this evening for Corey, and for the Blue Jays, leaving a runner at third. We have no runs, no hits, no errors, runner at third. And we'll come back to the top of the 6th inning with more American Legion baseball right after this on Saunders County Online YouTube at SaundersCountyOnline.com.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers. Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field. A well-pitched game going on. Again, it is a very much a defensive play as we see a low-scoring game. 1-0, Wahoo Warriors State Bank Reds over the Ashland Blue Jays 0. So, we again, top of the 6th inning. Another pitching change. Looks like Sam Markson has stepped into onto the pitching mound. And so coming, leading off the top of the 6th inning, Landon Novotny stepping into the batter's box for Ashland Blue Jays. They need to do something soon. So Markson with a save potential. Throw on the way, and that is called strike. Here comes the 0-1. Chop foul, so we have an 0-2 situation to Novotny. Markson with the windup. And the pitch on the way. And that is right in there for strike 3. And that brings up Jacob Judas for the Blue Jays. Wind up, pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 0-1 with 1 out, top of the 6th inning. Wahoo Reds leading 1-0 over the Ashland Blue Jays. Comes in, strike number 2. Jacob Judas dropping down, trying to get that strike zone a little bit shorter, but again, it's where your average is. So pitch comes in, swing, and that is strike number 3. 2 strikeouts in a row for Sam Markson. Hedgewood stepping up into the batter's box. Emmerich Hedgewood with the first pitch coming in, a strike. Markson looking really strong and sharp and accurate in this. Wind up, the pitch on the way. That's inside for a ball. Counts even ones with 2 out. Wind up, pitch on the way. And strike number 2. Check swing, but it was still a strike. So 1-2 with 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Wind up, the pitch comes in and swing, and that is strike number 3. 3 up, 3 down at the top of the 6th inning. The Blue Jays just did not have an answer for that pitching, so we'll be back with the Wahoo State Bank Reds at bat right here on Saunders County Online YouTube and SaundersCountyOnline.com.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Well, we have a pitching change for the Blue Jays as we have Jacob Judas stepping onto the mound as we have the top of the lineup for the Reds as we are at the bottom of the sixth inning, starting off with shortstop Connor Sabatka stepping into the batter's box. Wahoo State Bank Reds are leading 1-0 over the Ashland Blue Jays. First pitch on the way, and that is called strike. Markson, the top of the inning, stepped in for the Reds. Fouled back over the right-hand side or left-hand side, I'm sorry. And so that is 0-2 to Sabatka. Pitch comes in, swing, and throw down to first is out. So that's out number one, and that brings up Sam Markson. Markson was able to, in the fourth inning, get on base with a good hit, actually doubled, and then had two sacrifices to drive him home. So that is the lone run this entire game. The 1-0, and that one goes high for a 2-0. Judas looking in. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Now we have a 2-1. One out. Nobody on base. Wahoo looking to get a cushion. Pitch on the way. Strike two. That one drops right in there for a strike. Counts even 2-2 to Sam Markson. Judas with the windup. Pitch goes low. Count goes full. We have one out. Count full. Corey McConnell is heading out to talk to Judas. Brief meeting. Now time is back in, so Markson's in, pops foul down the first base line, and that goes out of play behind the fence. So full count, stays full count.
Eli Johnston on deck.
One out. The wind up, the pitch comes in, and that goes right at the outside of the plate, at the knees. Perfect placement for a strikeout. So Sam Markson watching that go by. Eli Johnston stepping into the batter's box. Last time he struck out, then he bunted out. Sacrifice bunt. Pitch on the way, and that gets dropped down into the dirt. So ball one. Here comes the 1-0. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Wahoo Reds looking to get a better lead going into the top of the 7th inning. Wind up in the pitch. Swing, and that's strike one. 2-1 with 2 outs to Eli Johnston. Wind up on the way. That drops low, so that's 3-1. Swing, and the count is now full. 2 strikes, 3-2 with 2 outs. Ashland Blue Jays looking to stop them right here to be able to have a better shot. Swing, and that gets popped out towards third base. The throw, so Judas steps over in front of the third base, picks up the ball and throws over to Vogt, but not able to get there in time. So that puts Eli Johnston on first with 2 outs. Isaiah Nagel. Pitch comes in, and that is called strike to Isaiah Nagel. Popped out the first time he was up. Second one was a sacrifice fly to bring in Markson. Strike 2 coming in. Watching that one go by. Two outs, runner on first. Next pitch comes in, and that gets by him for strike number 3. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. Leaves us going to the top of the 7th inning with the Wahoo State Bank Reds leading over Ashland Blue Jays 1-0. We'll be back with more baseball right here on Saunders County Online on YouTube, SaundersCountyOnline.com.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. It's American Legion Baseball. We have the seniors on the field, the Wahoo State Bank Reds taking on the Ashland Blue Jays. The Reds are 3 outs away from taking this game. Ashland has one more shot to be able to get ahead, so Sam Markson standing on the pitching mound, ready to go. First pitch on the way, and that one is called strike. Bowen Vogt in the batter's box, strike one. Next pitch comes in. That one drops down low. 1-1. Sam doesn't take a whole lot of time, and once he gets moving, he's on his way. Swing, and that gets sent over to shortstop. The throw over to Eli Johnston was in time for out number one. So Sabaka able to grab that one, send that over to Johnston. Now we have one out. That Milburn is a left-handed batter stepping in. That pitch comes in, drops low. 1-0 to Andrew Milburn coming off the bench for this at-bat. Sam Markson, pitch on the way, on the outside. 2-0 is the count with one out to Andrew Milburn. Wind up, the pitch on the way, and then low on the inside. 3-0. Pitch on the way, and that one gets right in there for a strike. 3-1 with one out. Wahoo Reds looking to, and he ended up walking Milburn.
See if they run for him here. I think they're going to.
So Milburn is.
I think Hunter Hatzenbuehler is going to run for him.
Hunter Hatzenbuehler stepping in to run for Milburn. Sam Markson with the walk. And now we have Cole Smith. One out, runner on first. Throw had to be blocked by Sledge. Could have easily gotten away from him and moved Hatzenbuehler forward, but pitch on the way, swing and fouled back to the backstop. So we have a 1-1, one out, runner on first. Markson checking runner at first. Throw on the way, and that's low. 2-1 is the count to Cole Smith. Last time he was hit by pitch. He also walked earlier. Pitch on the way, and then the throw from second to first. Not in time, so Hatzenbuehler with a surprise there. Steal.
Potential go ahead run on first if you walk in.
Wahoo looking to try to keep that lead. They just need the 3 outs in order to win this game. But right there we saw Hatzenbuehler steal seconds, and now Ashland with a runner in scoring position and a 3-1 count. Pitch on the way, swing, and now we have a full count. 3-2. Cody Pluta on deck. Checking some runner at second. Time is called. Smith stepping back out of the batter's box.
3-2 on Smith. Runner at second, one out. 1-0 Wahoo, top of the seventh.
Markson stepping back into the on the pitching mound. He's ready. Checked runner in a second. Pitch on the way, and that goes high. So now we have a walk. So now Ashland with runners on first and second, one out. Cody Pluta stepping up to bat. So far, he has struck out. He has popped out twice.
Okay, Markson to the set.
Markson set. Wind up pitch on the way. Swung and pop foul. 0-1. We're at the top of the seventh inning. Wahoo Reds leading 1-0. If they're able to get the 3 outs, they win the game.
Okay, Markson to the set.
Markson is looking to control it. Pitch on the way, and that goes low. 1-1.
One ball, one strike. Markson thought he had the corner on that one.
Yeah, he disagreed with that call, but what do you do?
The stretch by Markson.
Pitch on the way. That goes high. 2-1.
If you walk Pluto, you load the bases and move to go ahead run into scoring position. The stretch.
Checking the runner at second.
The 2-1.
Stretch. The pitch goes high outside. 3-1.
Now if you're Cody, you got to look for the ball in the little box here.
So Cody Pluta with a count on his behalf. Runners on first and second. If you walk, you have bases loaded and quite a hill to climb to try to keep them from scoring. Wind up pitch on the way, and that is in there for a strike. Count is now full. 3-2 with one out. Runners on first and second. Wahoo Reds looking to wrap this up. Wind up pitch on the way. Swing, and that gets popped out to center field. Short, and just gets past. The throw goes over to third base.
He should have played it more halfway. But Hatzenbuehler is forced to third. 7-4.
So that one dropped down and looking to try to tag,
Runners first and second now. Here's Stat and Corey.
but not able to get to third in time. So the throw over to third was able to get him out. And so that leaves, now we have 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Kind of avoided a major catastrophe for a kind of that way of that play. Pitch comes in.
Really, Hatzenbuehler needed to play that more halfway. He couldn't be totally half
So
because he'd have got doubled off if it was.
Corey is at bat, and we have an 0-1 with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Pitch comes in, swung on, and that gets popped out to right field. The run comes in, and we have a tie game. So that hit gets out into right field. The relay throw in is not able to be there in time, so Ashland with a hit being able to have a tied game going into, so now that means we do have to play one more, at least half. 2 outs. Gabe Meyer at bat. Markson looking in. Pitch on the way. That's low. 1-0 with an open base. Top of the 7th inning. Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled to the Wahoo dugout. So that brings up 1-1 with 2 outs.
That's a dead ball, even though it goes out there because he fouled it. Okay, Markson looks in.
Mayer back in the batter's box. Markson with the throw in, and that goes wide.
Boy, that had wild pitch written all over it.
Sledge doing a great job getting in front of that, being able to keep it from creating any other issues. 2-1 is the count. Runners on second and third.
Stretch now by Markson.
Markson getting ready to throw in. Hit, chop that out, and goes to third base. The throw over to first is in time, and the lead run wraps around.
Runners first and third now. Mayer hustling down the line, beat the play.
So Mayer is able to beat the line, and now that puts Ashland Blue Jays ahead.
And you've got Nick Milliken going to the mound.
2-1 with 5 hits and runners on the corners. Now Nick Milliken stepping out there to have a conversation. At the top of the inning, Wahoo was 3 outs away and had 2 of those outs. But while there's 2 outs, the Blue Jays were able to run in a couple of runs.
Get that so many different ways. And the same will hold true for Wahoo, assuming we don't score any more here.
So Sam Markson and the crew looking to wrap up and get one more out without any more damage. Landon Novotny in the batter box.
Taking the lead here in the 7th. The stretch.
Markson with the windup. The pitch on the way. Swung and missed, so strike 1, but not without Mayer running over to
Jacob Judas on deck.
So Mayer runs to second base. So now we have runners on second and third.
The
0-1 goes high and it goes all the way back to the stop, and throw is not in time. So that brings in another run. 1-1 to Novotny with a wild pitch, bringing in another run for Ashland Blue Jays. Puts them ahead 3-1. Runner on third, 1-1. Markson looking in to Novotny. Pitch comes in, and that goes low, so we have a 2-1. Wind up the pitch, swung on. That gets sent out to the shortstop. Throw over to first is in time, and that wraps up the top of the 7th inning, but not without damage, as 2 hits, 3 runs, leaving a runner on third. And so that puts Ashland Blue Jays on top of the Wahoo State Bank Reds, 3-1 going into the bottom of the seventh inning right here on Saunders County Online YouTube and SaundersCountyOnline.com.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers. Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Been kind of a quiet game, a defensive game until the top of the seventh inning. Wahoo was able to get a run in on the during the fourth inning, and then hold off Ashland Blue Jays, and all they needed were 3 outs to be able to win the game. But with 2 outs down, Ashland was able to rally in and bring 3 runs in with a couple of hits. But now we have Judas stepping on the pitching mound. So Cody Hesser in the batter box, 1-0. Next pitch comes in is a strike. 1-1. Windup comes in, pitch goes in and drops low. 2-1. Pitch on the way, fastball, and that goes high. 3-1 to Hesser. Looking in, wind up, the pitch on the way, and that is inside. And a walk. So Cody Hesser, leadoff walk. Alex Berry stepping into the batter's box for Jesse Stebbing. No outs. Pitch comes in and hits Alex Berry in the helmet. So that brings in Alex Borchers. So we have runners on first and second for Wahoo State Bank Reds. No outs. And a coach visit coming out to, that was a pretty square in the back of the helmet hit. So that'll ring my bell. I don't know about for you. So then that puts the tie run is on first base with Alex Berry. The go-ahead run would be coming up to bat.
So now the umpire is going to break up the conversation. He's going to stick with Judas on it.
So no changes. Judas is staying on the pitching mound. So Alex Borchers stepping into the batter's box, and we're at the bottom of the seventh inning. Runners on first and second for Wahoo. Stay Red down by 2. Pitch on the way, showing bunt. The throw back to second is not in time, so that sends That sends Cody Hesser back.
Really, where you should just throw him a strike and let him bunt it. They want to give you an out. Judas to the set.
Judas checking the runner at second.
The 1-0.
Pitch on the way. Bunt, and that is laid out. Picks up by third base, and throw over to first is in time, but not without sending runners forward.
Max Sledge is called out on strikes, grounded to short.
So with one out, Max Sledge stepping up to the batter's box.
Because the run at third means nothing. It's the run on second that's the big run here.
So tie run at second base. First pitch comes in to Max Sledge as right drops in for a strike. 0-1 coming.
Judas to the set. The 0-1.
Pitch on the way, and that is drops in for a strike number 2.
Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Sledge.
Consistent calls from the umpire.
The 0-2.
Pitch on the way, swing, and that is strike number 3. 2 outs.
1 out away. Bo Osmera fly to center.
And that brings Joe Osmera in.
Got an open base, but A.
So Wahoo State Bank Reds have one more out. They're down to their last out. Tied run is on second base. We have runners on second and third.
Judas to the set. The pitch.
Pitch on the way. And drops in for strike 1. Osmer stepping back in the batter's box.
Judas comes set.
Judas checking runner at second.
Now he
Steps off. And then looking to get reset.
The stretch.
Wind up and the pitch on the way, and that gets in there for strike number 2. Down to the last strike. Wahoo has last strike, last out, bottom of the 7th inning, down by 2. Tie run is on second base.
Stretch by Judas. The 0-2.
Pitch on the way, and that is pulled back. So 1-2.
2 strikes to Osmera. It would be nice to say that was a bad call, but really it wasn't.
Now that ball went really high. So that is a 1-2, 2 outs.
The stretch. The 1-2.
Pitch on the way, and that is on the outside. 2-2. Call is
Balls, 2 strikes to Osmera. Well, you want a decision on this pitch here. You're Judas.
Judas staring in, checking runners at second and third.
The 2
Pitch on the way,
outside.
drops outside. Count is full.
Full count to Osmera now.
Been on our
You put the winning
last
base
out or the last strike for several pitches now.
and Stat and Corey going out to talk to Judas. He had him 0-2 and was 1 strike away.
The count is full with 2 outs, runners on second and third. Wahoo State Bank Reds down by 2, looking to
Judas to the set.
keep the game going. Pitch comes in, swing and miss, strike 3. So that wraps up the game right there. The Warriors not able to hold on as they go into the top of the 7th inning with a lead of 1-0. With 2 outs, Ashland Blue Jays were able to bring in 3 runs. And now we wrapped it up. So it is 3-1 Blue Jays win over Wahoo State Bank Reds. Taking a quick look at some of the highlights there. So it started off as really a defensive game as both the pitching staff for both teams start off with just strikeouts, 3 strikeouts on the first inning for both pitchers. Second inning, we had a pop out, 2 pop outs and strikeout for, let's see, actually, yeah, 2 pop outs and a strikeout for both. So really keeping things going the same. And then the third inning, the Blue Jays started starting to threat as they actually loaded the bases, but they were able, the Reds were able to stop them from being able to make anything happen. And then getting into the fourth, Sam Markson hit a double as then Eli Johnson bunted out but moved Eli forward to third base, and the sacrifice fly, Isaiah Nagel was able to bring Eli Johnson in for the first score. It's basically stayed that way for the rest of the game until the top of the 7th. 2 outs, and the Blue Jays were able to make a difference, and then they win the game. So that wraps it all up right there for us. Thank you for being a part of what we bring to you right here on Saunders County Online, Saunders County YouTube. We have more American Legion baseball games coming your way. And if you want, you can also follow along on our sister station, BSDN Live on YouTube, as they will also be bringing you the games that are at Blair and Valley, Nebraska. So, again, more American Legion baseball where you want to be able to follow the Wahoo American Legion teams. That's what we are here for. Thank you for being a part of our game tonight, and we look forward to bringing you more right here on Saunders County Online YouTube, SaundersCountyOnline.com.